what's the big South African?
You're on Rupert.
Yeah, Rupert. Yeah, he's pulled out almost completely. Like he was paying a large chunk of South African taxes, and I think you need two or three more of him, someone of that caliber, to pull out, and the country will be in a very, very sore place. Not that it isn't already. And then, Coach, I was going to ask you, just for anyone listening, especially South Africans, like, what would the best platform be to invest, like, in the stock market, whether it's South African stocks or international stocks? Do you have I don't know, do you have any platform that you'd recommend?
I think the base one that people are using right now, I think it's if you want crypto, it's VALR. The people call it VALR. You can
Okay,
invest in a lot of cryptos. That's strictly crypto. So all your cryptos are there, from Stellar to Dogecoin to Bitcoin, Litecoin, everything, Ethereum. It's all on there. And you can also buy tokens as well. They're like almost like ETFs for crypto. And in terms of shares, like buying actual shares and keeping them for like the long term, I'd say easy equities, because you have access to US stocks as well.
okay. And that's
You also
easy to
get
do as a South African citizen.
very easy, very easy.
Cool.
You just need your tax number, your ID number, and then yeah, you get verified within a day or two, and then you can start. It's very good because I mean you literally have access to US markets as well. And then if you want to actively trade, like actively trade, I think I would look at plus 500 if you're from South Africa, because you can just use your credit card or your check card and be able to fund the account and then withdraw money when you need to. So I'd recommend people to actually buy shares and hold on to them, because actively trading is a very very difficult thing to do, because you have to watch the markets
Yeah.
for quite a while daily, and a lot of these forex guys have made a lot of money tricking people into because these forex guys actually make money from the seminars more than actually trading, I think, because I mean they'll teach you they'll give you a 1 week course on how to trade. But if you've studied economics or financial management, you know that all these indicators, market indicators and so forth, they can't be learned in 1 week. It's impossible.
No.
There's so much more to it. And also, if you want to actively trade, you need a lot of money, because you need to have a certain amount of money before the margin to keep your positions open. If the market drops below that point, even if it picks up eventually, I mean, it'll blow you out the account. You lose 10 grand in a second
So,
if your pockets aren't deep. So I mean, these big companies, investment companies, they have millions in a trade, and they can literally keep it there in pocket there for a whole year and wait until the stock eventually increases. Or if they're short in the market, they can wait until it eventually gets to the point where they can
so,
pull out. But you, who's limited in the finances, let's say you have 10,000 rand in there, if it goes beyond a certain point, you can literally just close your account instantly, because it's gone beyond that. Even if tomorrow it picks up again, you still close your account
yeah.
quite quickly. So I'd advise people to play it safe by actually buying the shares and holding them for speculation purposes for a long period of time. So picking some good companies that they think are, and I mean, when you're picking companies, I mean, you shouldn't just pick a company because it's popular, like you've heard of Apple
Yeah.
or Facebook. Those are
Tesla.
blue chip
Or, yeah.
companies, yeah. But I mean, you should actually look at stuff like financial ratios, PE ratio, the price earnings ratio. I mean, for example, the liquidity ratios, how liquid is this company, debt ratios, how much debt do these guys have, how are they financing their debt. These are all things that are not so difficult to learn, but I mean, they make a difference, because like on easy equities, they give you all the financial information of the company. So you can actually look and see, okay, so this company, like, I mean, some companies, you find the stock price just increasing for some odd reason. And I mean, you have to be really watching these stocks quite well, because I mean, usually if you read about it the next day in the paper, it's too late. So you
Oh,
need to be on them. You need to be on them. And the reason why, like, if you remember do you remember the GameStop saga? What happened at
yeah.
GameStop?
Yeah.
So I mean, these Wall Street oaks were no. I mean, GameStop was a company that was literally like, I mean,
Oh, it's falling
people
apart.
people are holding short positions on it for a long time,
Yeah.
and people are making money. So
Mm-hmm.
now, I mean, if you want to compare it to companies, Africa, it'd be like what, these videos, these type of companies.
Sure.
So I mean, these Wall Street guys literally just had, because the power of Wall Street is that if you work in a JP Morgan, I'm working at Goldman Sachs, I can just give you a call saying, Keegan, listen, there's a stock here, and I know you got big account there. Let's just make a bit of cash.
Yeah, let's flood
so
the
what
account.
happens is that, yeah. So these guys started buying stocks in GameStop, and it caused the price to rise.
Everyone thought, oh, it's on the rise.
And all these guys in short position, all these guys in short positions were having headaches because, I mean, they did what you call a short squeeze. It's illegal, actually.
Yeah. Just to correct
because
that.
the rapid increase in the price.
Just to correct that, I think it was the Wall Street guys which were actually shorting the stocks, and Wall Street Bet is actually just a group of people on Reddit who realized that the Wall Street guys were about to short the stock, and they put in all of this money, obviously, in that short position. And then the Wall Street or the Reddit group, the Reddit guys were just like, oh, let's screw over Goldman Sachs and all these other companies. And then they bought in to push that price, and then obviously lost all their margin as well as their short position.